What's up, Soul Fam? I'm still in Washington, but I got some good news. But let's talk about just stepping into the unknown. It's a scary place. It really is. But that's what life is all about. If life ain't thrilling, then what the fuck are you doing? You know? Like, oh, I'm so safe. I got 4 walls. I got a job. Guess what? This job, amazing benefits. Oh man, I'm gonna be set. I'm gonna be set in like 30 years, you know? I'll be struggling fucking legitly like every other fucking human believing in the 401k system and all that other shit. That shit's about to crumble, y'all. Pull your fucking money. You better pull your fucking money. You got any fucking, what do they call them? You know what I mean? Pension. If you got a pension, you better get that motherfucker. Because all that shit's about to evaporate. And then find out what's in your heart and then create something from that. But when you step into your journey and you think you know, you're probably headed in the wrong direction. I'm going to let you know that. If you're journeying like, fuck it, I'm done with this 3D life, Matrix bullshit, and I only dabble in and out of it when I need to, when you take that initiation and you step into that, it's scary because you don't know where you're headed. Each day is somewhere different. You don't know where you're headed. And that's what this video is all about, is if you know where you're going and you know the steps, you're probably leading yourself to fucking some bullshit. Because in real life, no one knows. Everything's uncertain. And then the ones that do find certainty is just building a prison around them. And by the time they feel like, oh, I'm secure, they done built all these walls around them. And they're fucking miserable in them walls. And now they gotta break them down. And that takes time because we've put all our security, all our trust in these 4 walls to secure us, to keep us safe. And they haven't proved that. As a matter of fact, they proved the opposite. Motherfuckers lost their jobs, they lost their places of their residence, they lost everything. All because we put our trust into a structure that was weak as fuck. And it's time to step out of that and create our own. So if anything goes wrong, the only person we have to blame is ourselves. This ain't no fucking blame game. Oh, the fucking government. No, you did that. And it's not your fault, you know. You just didn't look into it. You just took it at face value. Quit taking shit at face value. Start reading in between the lines. Listen to what is not said when you're having a conversation with someone. Or pay attention to the energy of that person, of their words. They'll tell it all. Words are just words, but energy, now that tells a story. Yeah, I love you too. I fucking love you all. Oh, you guys are amazing. Even though I don't even know y'all. But on a soul level, we do. Not on a humanistic fucking whatever level. So, I just booked a flight to San Francisco. Why San Francisco? I don't know. It's closest to Oakland, right? And I've been pulled out to Oakland. Oakland's been calling me. So, I'm going to go head out to Oakland. I'm going to check out the Church of Ethnogenic Plants. And then I got a rental car. I got a rental at San Francisco. But my rental, my airplane shows up like 10 hours before my rental is available. And that's just how things work out. And you think, God, that could have worked out a little bit better. But who knows what's going to happen in between them 8 to 10 hours. That's what makes it so amazing. Like, there's so much potential there. And that's what life's all about, is creating potential, looking at the potential. Instead of looking at the boundaries and the limitations, look at the potential that's out there. And imagine a life where every day is something new. Or it could be, depending on your level of bravery and courage to step into the unknown. Now, a lot of the stagnation that was created in my 3D experience, my life existence, stems from lack. You know, like if we knew without a doubt in our minds that wherever we go, if we're following this, there'll be something waiting there to get us to our next place. But if you're always grasping on to the little bit of money you have in your account, like, oh, I need this, I gotta survive, how am I gonna eat, how am I gonna do this? You're gonna sit here eating, getting taken care of, but miserable because you're not moving forward. So you'll have the security of having the food and maybe the house, but what if that money that the universe blessed you with was to get you on your way to your journey? And as long as you follow your heart and you use the resources that the universe gives you without any lack, like, oh, what if I use this and there's not more after? What if, I do this and this happens? What if? We got to remove that bullshit. Damn, that's a full cup of coffee right there. I kind of overdid it. But the fact of the matter is, you could do whatever you want. Maybe you have the resources. Think about the money. If you got a job, you got some savings, think about that money. Think about the money you have in your little nest egg. Does that make you feel safe? Well, let me tell you something. When you fucking grip onto something with fear that it might disappear, you're actually praying for it to disappear. Now instead, you say, how could I use this money that will enrich my life instead of imprison me? Because these funds, this money that the universe blesses us with, 9 times out of 10, it almost creates a fucking more of a prison. Because now we're like, well, I got money now, but what if one day I use it all and none shows back up? I better hold on to this. Lack. No. Remove that. If you got blessed with money, like for example, I got the stimulus, right? When I was out in Arizona, I ended up with $2,200 out of nowhere, just by listening in the conversations, just hearing conversations of people talk about stimulus, this, and claiming your taxes and that. And I was just like, well, I don't think I could do my taxes. But I just trusted that I was hearing this for a reason. I followed through on it, and I did, and I ended up getting it, and ended up having $2,200. And that's what happens. Now I could have sat there and fucking just bogarted it and just held on like, oh my God, I got money and I'm just gonna save it just in case something happens. That's not what the universe gave it to me. It gave me this so I can continue up my journey. And I did, with 2 beautiful ladies, and we continued on and we had a great time. And then that ended, because all great things come to an end. And I was ass out. And then I didn't know where I was gonna get my next buck. And I was like, fuck. And old girl wanted to do Melanie wanted to go finish her healing journey with her family, which I 100% supported. And she went on her way, I went on my way. And I got to Washington. I didn't even talk to the people that I was going to stay with. And when I say people, I mean people. At one point in my life, I might have called them family, but let's just say people, right? And I was like, well, that will be done. So I get out there, sure enough, my sister picks me up from the airport, another person, and she pretty much told me like, oh, you gotta find somewhere to stay, I think I stayed there like a day or two, and then I was off on the streets because she said I couldn't stay there. And then she seen me on the streets just doing my thing. And because she felt sorry for herself, it wasn't she felt sorry for me. She didn't want to live with the guilt of turning her back on her brother. So she allowed me in. And then when I didn't live up to her expectations, she projected her beliefs in the way I was supposed to live and say, if you don't do this, you can't stay here. So I'm homeless again. Lovely family, right? It don't matter though. Because people will inflict their beliefs on you and say, this is the way you live your life. And if you don't, you go. And most people will compromise their life, their beliefs, their values for the sake of a prison, a fucking prison of 4 walls. Security. I need security. So I was on my way. So so then I was walking down the street in Washington, and I ran into some individuals that, I wasn't necessarily trying to run into, and they ended up sharing a conversation with me. Hey, I applied for unemployment. You should do it too. Well, I haven't worked in 2 years. I don't know how that's going to fucking work out. But I trusted it, and I did it, and I got denied regular unemployment and then filled out for PUA because I'm a... I'm an entrepreneur. For real though, like this Enagic business with the water, Kangen. I'm literally an entrepreneur. I own my own business now because I own stock in theirs. How beautiful is that? So I could write everything I have that I do, like this hotel room, car rental, all that, because I'm sharing this machine with everybody, right? So it's all tax write-off. But that will be done. So what I'm saying is I applied for it and then I received it. I don't ever know where I'm going to get this money from. I don't have a job. I don't plan on working. I don't like labor anymore. I've done fucking physical labor my whole life. I won't do it. So, unless, like I said, never say won't. Never say I won't. I won't. I don't. I can't. Don't say them because you'll be eating your words. But I'm going to do my best not to bust my back anymore in this lifetime. Unless it's of great service. And it's a give, But I didn't know where I was going. I still don't know where I'm going. I'm going to San Francisco, chilling out there, getting this rental, going up to Oakland, and then headed down. Guess what, buddy? Guess where I'm jumping this fucking rental off at? Palm Springs, California. What? Bro. I don't know. But that's okay. That's okay. I got a question. Hold up 1 second. Gotta grab something. Do you think they'll allow this on a plane? I'm not sure though. And you guys fly. You think they'll allow that on a plane? I don't know. Got my Rambo on. I'm not bringing that. If anything, I'll just check the bag. So, the fact of the matter is, if you're scared on your journey, or you're scared to take that leap forward, that fear is always going to be there until you step into it. And then you're like, as soon as you step into it, you see something show up and you're like, oh, here it is. Okay. And then you grab that and you continue on. And then bam, the next thing shows up. And there might be a moment in time where you're caught in limbo and you don't know what you're fucking doing. And you don't know where you're going and you don't have any resources to do anything. So you're just sitting there twiddling your thumbs. Damn, bro. Dude, I made a mess. But you can't see it. So, like I said, that will be done. But I'm willing. I'm open. I'll travel all over the fucking place. As long as the money's there. But that's the thing that was holding me back. I was sitting there trying to save all this money and be like, oh, I gotta be economical. Man, fuck that. The universe didn't say I had to be economical. The universe says we give you this money. We're gonna send you the intuitive messages you need. If you want to follow it, that's amazing. And it will get you to where you want to be. But if you just want to grasp onto this money and walk in circles, you could do that too. It's your choice. What's stopping you? If you knew you were going to die, let's say you had 30 days. What would you spend your 30 days doing? Start there. Because you just might die. Let's hope not that way. But the fact of the matter is, you're still exactly where you are. Do you want to be there? And if you don't, then why are you? What thing is constantly going on up here that is stopping you? And then we need to unconfirm that shit. So, leave a comment. Let me know what's stopping you. Straight up. A lot of people don't make it through these fucking videos. I see it. And that's okay. It wasn't meant for them. But the ones that make it to the end, this is for you. So find out what excuse you're making that's holding you back. A lot of it's children. Oh, I'm attached to this job, to this house, to this. There's many people that did that. I don't know if you guys follow a dude named Victor Odo, but a lot of people on there in the beginning of their awakening journey find this guy. Beautiful soul. But him and his wife went through this awakening journey on themselves. And they did the same thing. They were scared. But they fucking had kids. They had a house. They had everything. And they sold it all off. And they went on their journey. They got like a fifth wheel or something and started traveling. And granted, you know, I guess his wife's family's pretty well off. So, I mean, there's probably a good support right there. So it takes a lot of the fear, but there's still fear. There's still fear that, hey, mom, dad, I fucked up. I thought this was my right decision. Now I'm ass out. I'm on the street with the kids, and I need your help, you know? So, but either way, this shit's about to die, and I just want you to know that I love you, and thy will be done. We'll see where this goes. But answer the question. What's stopping you? And what could we do to fucking remove that bullshit-ass story? It all starts with loving yourself.